right here, right now.
Showtime, baby!
This sucks. Round one. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Tries to bait him with the projectile. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Back throw to get the side switch. Trips him up. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strat. Alright. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. I can't keep track of these corner switches. Player 2 chases them down. Okay, creating some space here. Spends the gauge on the drive rush. Takes a trip. Player 2 can't use any more drive without burning it. Brushes that off and keeps going. Who will capitalize on an opening first? Ends the round with a sick combo. Amazing. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Fight.
Drive time. Who's going to start things off? Jumps in. Player 2 had a hard time managing their drive gauge last round, and I'm sure they're aware that they need to start adapting. Full S8 drive rush to keep it going. Blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Finishes with the throw. That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Player 1 with the life lead. Still slugging it out here. No good up high. Tries to bait him with the projectile. Both sides looking for an opening. Battle of egos on display here as neither fighter wants to give up any ground. Knockdown. Good parry here to try and make something happen. Will they be able to manage what little drive gauge they have? They break things off to take a quick breather. Player 1, hold your breath. Both of them have entered burnout state, which will drastically change their approach to the fight. Goes for the super art. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Okay, they trade hits. Both sides are gonna have to fight without drive. KO! Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Takeout! Are we going to see some fireworks? Projectile to try and change the situation. Dashes up. Scrapping it out up close. Opts to continue the attack with the drive. Oh, burnout triggered. Rips the slasher out. Blocks the overhead. Experiencing burnout. Looking to impress with this super. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. A quick breather. Throw leaves them wide open. Connects with the throw. What now? Zakuhado. A real test of nerves here. Brings down the waning moon on him. Flatlines him. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight.
Quick medium poke. Fires off a Hadouken. A jump in. Side switch. Player 1 is working with a better game. What can they do with it? Fireball pressure. Trying to wear down the opponent. They're in range. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Links it. Their drive is limited. Once the connect burns out. Player 1 is looking at a grim situation with perfect tech. Demon raid time. What are they gonna do? Things are very tense as this exchange continues. Jump! Oh, in with the rush! Dash! Gets it to perfect. Were they looking to connect with an overdrive arc from this situation? Tons of space between the fighters now. Can this drive bring them back? Breaks it! Grabs them! They push their way out of the corner. This could lead to some big damage. Answers with a fireball. Quick air-to-air. This round may end with a timeout. Can either fighter hunker down and close this out? Down to the... Are you kidding me? Player 2 clinches the win. But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Goes with the safe stuff with that target. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Takes the chance to hurt him. Brushes off the impact. Cake brings out the super art. How is it gonna work out for them? KO. Player 2 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Round 2. Fight.
Hits with the overhead. They've piled up the knowledge. Brushes that off and keeps going. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full. Springs forward with the drive rush. Player 1 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Player 2 needs... Ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen? They can't squander this punish counter chance. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Nice parry. Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Okay, here we links him. A back throw for damage and vital positioning. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Solid anti-air. What a finish! Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. The super, hold your breath. The move whips and they get nailed with a punish counter. Player 1 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. The damage is really piling up now. You can see how cornering your opponent is such an effective game plan. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. This is a gigantic life lead. How are they going to deal with this? So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Goes for a projectile to try and smart choice to use that attack to do chip damage and get the KO to take the round. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? This is a gigantic... Who will gain control of the match in the early going? Grab burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. At least one of them is having a good time in that. It's a good spot to use the super. The super hits and this looks like it's gonna kill. There it is! They knew it'd be enough. Who will gain control of the match in the early going? Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Oh, we're not done yet. Looks like they're both warmed up. This is crucial. The opening round is about to begin. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Deals some damage with that quick combo. Player 1 in that dangerous burnout stage. All right, what's coming up next? Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Look at the damage they can pump. KO. Player 2 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Nails the anti-air. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Things are slow. Oh, burnout triggered! Player 2 is in burnout. Drives off the table. You've gotta be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Springs forward with the drive rush. Player 2 brushes that off and keeps going. Demon Raid? Smart play with the throw. Drive gauge gap here.
All in with a rush!
Going in?
Their spacing is in there!
That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches. Demon Raid? Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Good parry here to try and make something happen. Checking how their opponent reacts to fireballs. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Trips him up. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Utilizes an overdrive art there to tack on just a little more damage. Player 1 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. What are they thinking here? Sees it coming and blocks it out. Player 1 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Holds out with the block. Caught in the crossup. Oh, burnout on both sides? Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Taking stock. Barely blocks the jump in. Who will capitalize on an opening first? KO! Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Holds out.
Round 2. Fight.
The overhead connects. Strings it. Looking to impress with this super.
Bends all 3 bars to give them one of life's hardest lockdowns. Take a sip.
Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Grabs and throws them away. Both fighters drive rush to keep it going. Still slugging it out at this range.
All in with a rush!
What'll happen? What a finish! Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Fight. Round. Fight.
Scuffle uses their drive gauge. Player 2 took that round comfortably. No need to bring out the big guns yet. Big gauge lead here. Player 1 hits him with a stop and drop. Player 1 is looking at a grim situation with burnout.
Oh, yo! Raw super here! Sunrise Festival! Can they nail the beat? Player links it!
Player 2, oh, stun! Bad news is on the way.
Looking to remove him from the sentence with a period gap! Wait!
Player 1 needs to use their truck.
They are done!
I've seen a lot of fights in my day.
Can they nail the beat? Player links it!
Player 2, oh, stun! Bad news is on the way.
Looking to remove him from the sentence with a period gap! Wait!
A new warrior has entered the ring.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Gets a good read on their opponent. Deal some damage with that quick combo. Player 1 blazing through that drive gauge to try and set the pace. Deftly shuts out the jumping. Knockdown. Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weak. All right, what's coming up next? Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. I wonder how both fighters will adapt to what we've seen so far. Projectile to try and change the situation. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Dashes! Throws them to negate the block. Both are just hanging on by a thread, but their drive gauges are a different story. Impact's a no-go. Looks like they both want to stay out of the corner. Jumps? Genius read. Demon Raid? Breaks the block with a throw. What'll happen here? In there! Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Checks with a medium kick. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Blocks it. Player 2 did a great job of reading their opponent up close that last round. Can they keep the momentum? Both fighters having a full super art gauge means positioning is critical here. Player 1 is in burnout, drives off the table, so they break forward to pressure the opponent. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with, not a good thing. The low doesn't connect, just out of range for that throw. Breaks the block with a throw. What'll happen here? Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. They return to center stage. Barely blocks the jumping. Throws a fireball. Springs forward with the drive rush. Anticipated that throw. Jumps. They're glancing. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Oh my, what a finish! This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Ooh, it looks tries to make something happen with an overdrive on it. Saw that coming. The match just started. It's anyone's game. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Burnout activates. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous throw. Is denied. What a read. All in with the rush. Taking chunks out of each blow, heavy, but no go. Player 2 is on the brink of disaster. Fires off an air slasher. Perfect execution with the anti-air. They're hurt. Reads the throw in the stage. Changes the pace with the fire. What are they gonna do? Oh, burnout! Did they mean to do that? Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Okay, nobody blink. Fires off an air slasher. Sets up, closes it out. Player 1 made all the right moves, and this experience is only gonna make them stronger.
Round 1.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. The low. Just cool into the low kick. Brushes that off and keeps going. Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Neither of them willing to back off. Player 2 chases them down. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. That drive impact is blocked. Big gap between the two fighters, so they throw out a fireball. Takes a burnout triggered. Player 2 is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge. Can they stick it out? Zanku Hadouken. Closing moment to come from the brink like that? What a comeback! Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Drive time! Zanku Hado. The attack is parried. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Hits them with a stop and bop. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Their timing was on point there. That perfect parry may lead to something. Zanku Hadouken. Both fighters planning something? Oh no, they're stunned. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. Ooh, the opponent thought they had the high hand with that air attack, but they're about to get crushed. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here. Gauge springs forward with the drive rush. Can they use their resources? Great save! Player 2 can he reads the throw in the stage. bomb. A jump, solid kick out of nowhere. Player 1 made all the right moves, and this experience is only gonna make them stronger. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Brushes that off and keeps going. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Brings out the super art. How is it gonna work out for them? Drive gauge is at the limit for both fighters. Checks them with a projectile. All right, what's coming up next? Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. Okay, creating some space here. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. The attack is parried. Gets the jump in. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Reads their mind and techs the throw. Big gap between the two fighters, so they throw out a fireball. They're not afraid to let the overdrive art fly, even when their drive gauge isn't topped off. The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Over in there! Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight!
They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Player 2 has a slight life lead. Picks up the counter. This is going to be huge. Knockout and player 2 will look to apply pressure here. There's a change of sides. Gets the back throw to turn things around. Jumps up. Doc springs forward with the drive rush. Both fighters planning something. Jumps in. Oh, could be the start of something. Air slasher. A jump in. Life lead is there. All in with KO. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Fight! Round! Fight!
Open with a drop that off. It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Nails it. Shoots their shot. Ooh, the drive impact hits for a punish. With super arts a huge chance after that wall slap. Weekend pleasure. We're in for a good time. Player 2 can't which burns out. Hadouken. Tons of space between the fighters now. What are they cooking up? Shakes things up with a fireball. Down on life. They gotta make a move. Fires off a Hadouken. Sets up with the jump in. Throws them. Okay, here we go. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Gets the tips with the low heavy. Player 1 straight up outplayed them. Talk about a David and Goliath situation. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Uses their drive gauge. Blocks it. Throws them to negate the block. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. Starts with a jump in. All right. A battle of egos on display here as neither fighter wants to give up any ground. Ooh, will they hit, whip, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Goes for the throw. What are they thinking here? Player 1 with a sliver of drive gauge left. They may be in for a tough time. Takes a trip. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Life lead opens up. What a finish. Great read on the life gauge there. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight!
Immediately hits them with a stop and pop. Decides to meet them in the air. Spends the gauge on the drive rush. That combo, they were right to be on guard there. Player 2 holding on to that corner. It's a good spot to use the super. Closing it out with a super art finish. Nice and clean. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Deems you unworthy. Final round. Fight!
Immediate jump in. Brushes that off and keeps going. The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Player 1, they're going for the super art? Hey, uh-oh. This could really tip the scales. And it is betting it all on the drive rush. Jump! This is gonna hurt. Connects with the throw. Only 50% life left. What are they gonna do? The low. Breaks it. Carried to the corner. This may be bad news. Low heavy. Do they call a burnout? Did they mean to do that? This can lead to some big damage. Player 2 and hits the drive. Drop zone, baby. They are done. Player 2 clinches the win. But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that.
A new warrior has entered the ring!
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Showtime, baby!
This sucks. Round 1. Fight!
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. A battle of egos on display here as neither fighter wants to give up any ground. What's the play here? Opts for the throw. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move where you're going to eat tons of damage. Trips them up. Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reach and a super activation. Looking to score some juicy damage. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. Knockdown. Player 1 has completely used all of their drive gauge, but they still have enough life left to take the round if they play smart. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Huddle. Big throws. Air slasher. Holds out with the block. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Experiencing burnout. Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. Oh, easy tech. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Knockout and they're both driveless. This is gonna get messy. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Drive rush to keep it going. Player 1 hits them with a stopping bomb. This is gonna be bad news. They are really going at each other this round. The reads they make now will be key. Both fighters have a springs forward with the drive rush. Barely block. Betting it all on the drive rush.
All on the cool beat! Hey, hey, hey! Uh-oh! Good night!
Were they looking to connect with an overdrive art from this situation? Tons of space between the fighters now. What a finish! Player 1 made all the right moves, and this experience is only gonna make them stronger. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Nice parry. Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Goes for the throw. Knockdown. Difficult situation for a throw. Lots of aggression from both sides. No go for the throw. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Player 2 needs to use what little drive they have left effectively. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Burns the drive gauge. Gets him. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight!
Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Slips the grab.
Hits them with a stopping block.
Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. Knockdown and... jump. Goes for the rush. Player 1 experiencing burnout. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Player 1, the throw connects. What'll happen here? Perfect execution with the anti-air. AKuma going in. Connects with the throw. What's next? A jump?
All in with a rush.
They are not getting close to each other.
Jumps. Breaks it.
Will they gamble some hits?
What a finish.
Player 1 made all the right moves, and this experience is only gonna make them stronger.
A new warrior has entered the ring!
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
Round 1. Fight!
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Opts for the throw. Player 2 has the life lead. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? What's the play here? Tries to bait him with the projectile. Neither fighter wants to get stuck in the corner as they continue to duke it out mid-stage. Combo with the target combo. Knockdown. Their super art gauge is running on empty. That's going to be a big factor in how this match plays out. Capitalizes on every mistake and picks up the perfect KO. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Fight!
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Goes to the overdrive. Still very early in the round. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? There's space to make something happen here, and neither fighter looks willing to back down. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Knockdown. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until burnout triggered. That combo did decent damage. This is gonna be bad news. KO. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Round 1.
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Opts for the air-to-air encounter. Tries to throw, but doesn't connect. There's a drive rush to throw the opponent off balance. Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Oh! There's a punish counter. This can lead to something very big if they can capitalize. Takes a trip. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Limited resources at hand right now. Good job blocking the jumping. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Both sides backing off to form their game plan. Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. Player 1 chases them down. Sticks the combo.
Burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to take in there.
Player 2 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight!
Immediate jumping. Big throws. Zanku Hadouken. Player 2 did a great job of reading their opponent up close that last round. Can they keep the momentum? Genius read! Lots of life to play with, and full SA meters. What will they do? Both fighters planning something? Brushes that off and keeps going. Good heads-up decision opting for the drive impact. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. They're backed up into the corner. They're going for the super art. The super doesn't hit. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. Connects with the throw. Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with the meter advantage. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fire. Springs forward with the drive rush. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Willing to risk it for the overdrive. So, what's next?
Betting it all on the drive rush.
Not much movement, but the thinking caps are definitely on.
All in with a rush. Jump. What a finish.
This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight!
Takes it.
The drive impact doesn't work.
Air slasher.
Goes for the rush. Back into the corner. What setup do they have? Oh, here we go. Player 2 with the lead. Will they go for offense or defense?
Nothing stops this train.
Oh, the drive impact hits for a punish.
Super art to show up what a PhD and fighters can do for you.
Uh-oh. This could really tip the scales. What's next? They're hurt. Oh, burnout. Did they mean to do that? A single hit will do it. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. Things are looking very bleak, but can they find something? Presses for a reacting with a fireball. Closes it out. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Jumps up. Misses the drive impact. Takes him all the way to the corner with that. Takes the chance to hurt him. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. All right, what's coming up next? Gets him. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Oh! It lands a punish counter for the first hit. Heats it up with a combo into super.
Sunrise Festival. They've got to nail the inputs to keep this up.
Medium kicks. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Zanku Hadouken goes for the rush. Both fighters planning something? How can they steal? Oh, burnout triggered.
It's a good spot to use the super. Closing it out with a super art finish. Nice and clean.
Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Gets the knockdown, and now the combo's there. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. A drive rush to try and keep up the attack. Trips him up. Almost had it, but he gets blocked. Both fighters have used up a generous amount of drive already. What's the play here? Blocks the jump in. The throw is escaped. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strat. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. Grabs him, goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. That drive impact doesn't get through. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. They decide to hang back and rethink their game plan. This is gonna be bad news. One combo can end this round right now. Finishes with the throw. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Projectile to try and change the situation. Still slugging it out at this range. Lots of life to play with, and full SA meters. What will the drive rush to keep it going? They both have full drive gauges to work with.
Gets them with the anti-air.
Demon Raid? A quick breather.
Hit them with a stopping block. They can't squander this punish counter chance.
Not much life difference. Both fighters, their timing was on point there. That perfect parry may lead to something. Max SA gauges knocked them out of the air. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range.
Good job escaping that. All in with a rush.
Going in.
Adds a bit of OD spice. Notice more fuel to the fire. Cook them up. Sits them down with a super. Now that's how you take a round.
Taking no prisoners.
Player one made all the right moves, and this experience is only gonna make them stronger. Are these two gonna fight forever?
The first round begins. No time to save that stuff for nationals. It's time to go all in. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Throws him down, trips him up. Player two pushes the opponent into the corner. They trade. Gets the jump in. All right, what's coming up next? That drive impact is blocked. Close him. What's next? Knockdown. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Down to the wire. Ends the round with a punish counter. Living in the opponent's head rent-free right now. Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Demon Raid? Jumps? Brushes that off and keeps going. Player one will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. A quick breather. Player one needs to use the cut of the corner here. Adamant flame. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best.
This is gonna hurt.
Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range.
They can't squander this punish counter chance. Maximum strike.
Oh, here we go. The jump-in is denied. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace.
Flatline zone.
Last round, people.
Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Demon Raid time.
It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line.
Links it.
Dashes. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running up. Sets up with the jump-in. Super. The drive impact doesn't work.
Cross that off. Punish counter sets the table. More fuel to the fire. Cook them up.
Uh-oh. This could really tip the scales. This is the time to believe in your abilities. What are they gonna do? Somehow manages to block the jump-in. Uses their drive gauge. Oh, here we go.
Demon flatline zone.
Player two
Gets the win in a convincing fashion.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Brushes that off and keeps going. Uses their drive to maximize their damage. Sticks the combo. The jump-in is denied. Cross-up blocked. Player one has the life advantage. What's the play here? Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. From up above. Denies the low heavy. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Checks with a medium kick. Perfect read to get the finish with the low attack. Player one 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter.
Pokes with the meat. They can't squander this punish counter chance. Took him to the corner in a flash.
What'll happen here? Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. Still slugging it out at this range.
Up into the air off the just cool. Willing to risk it for the overdrive.
Gets tagged by the fireball. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Low heavy hits, mix up incoming. The move whiffs and they get nailed with a punish counter. Player 1 with the life lead. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Player 2 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Both sides backing off to form their game plan. Okay, they trade hits. They're at the center of the stage. What happens here will have consequences later on. We're in the final moments of the round. Both springs forward with the drive rush. Very slick with the combo. Drive rush to keep it going. Player 1 will have to fight back here with finishes with the throw. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Drive time! Who's going to start things off? Throws them. What's next? Player 2 did a great job of maintaining their drive gauge during that last round. It's going to be even more important in this next round to keep that up to help strengthen their ground game. Okay, creating some space here. Got their eye on the air. Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. Checks with a medium kick. Springs forward with the drive rush. AKuma's going in. Pokes with a medium kick. Both of our combatants are cooking up something. Looking for a drive rush to keep it going. Rushes that off and keeps going. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here.
All in with a rush.
How did they read that throw?
Very.
Gotta be careful, not were they looking to connect with an overdrive art from this situation? That throw's gonna take off a chunk of damage. Player 1 can't use any drive move.
Adds a bit of OD spice there.
Full super art game. Great job in escaping that corner pressure and moving back to center.
Denied.
Keeps cool and not breaks through with the throw. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Open. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Both sides are really vying for dominance. We're in for one hell of a dance.
Links it.
Ooh, what a smart throw. Going in. Player 2 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. There's a change of sides. It reads the jump in perfectly. With super arts into play, there's a wall splat. They can't do anything now. Throws them. How long can this offensive assault continue?
Drop that off.
Player 1 is in a very good spot.
Turning it right up with the super. Spends it all on the super. Not shy one bit about it.
Are we gonna see a comeback drive rush? A real test of burns out.
It is over.
Player 2 was an...
A new warrior has entered the ring!
This is gonna be a 5-star match. Get ready for history to be made.
Showtime, baby!
This sucks. Round 1. Fight!
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Parries the attack and staves off the cross-up. Deftly shuts out the jump in. Backs them into the corner. On on dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. The impact gets blocked. That drive impact is blocked. Player 1 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Holds out with the block. Both fighters have used up a generous amount of drive already. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. This stun might mean the end of this round. Opts for the throw to close it out. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Projectile to try and change the situation. Medium kick hits. Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. Dashes! Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Shows the medium kick. Ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Is this gonna kill? They're not dead. This finishes them with a drive impact. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Big gap between the two fighters, so they throw out a fireball. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? Knockdown. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. The throw connects for counter hit damage. What's the play here? At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important here. They've been pushed into the wall and the stun's there. Adds a little super juice. Perfect execution and gameplay nets our fighter a perfect round. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Jumps? Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone flushes that off and keeps going. Demon Raid springs forward with the drive rush. Their spacing is so on point, experiencing burnout. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Zambu Hadouken breaks the block with a throw. Both of them were ready for a throw. Pokes with a medium kick. Checks with a medium kick. There's and whiffs. They're wide open. Sneaks in the throw. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow up here? Holds out with the block. We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? Knockdown. No good up high. Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. Both fighters have no meter. Who's going to make the first move? There's a corner switch. Almost had it, but it gets blocked. What are these fighters thinking now? So it looks like our fighters are taking a breather. Halfway through the round now. Expect to see both fighters take it to the next level. Checks him with the projectile. Does a good job of pushing back. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Impact's a no-go. Feeling out the spacing. Plenty of space between the fighters. What will be their approach? Not much time left in this round. They gotta keep their eye on the timer. There's only 10 seconds left. This is the final push. Player 1 creates a good heads-up decision, opting for the drive impact. Can they create an opportunity? The round comes to a close. They barely escaped that. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. That drive impact is blocked. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. Hold your breath.
Were they baiting them into that?
Looking too impressed with this super.
That's it all on the full meter. You know what that means? It's time for the weekend.
Player 2 springs forward with the drive rush.
Adamant flame.
A quick breather.
Looking for a chance. Can this drive bring them back?
Looks like they both want to stay out of the corner. Oh, could be the start of
Perfect parry.
How will they follow up? Player 2 will need to use drop tap to close it. Player 1 played with a lot of heart to pull off a tremendous win. Definitely one to watch. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Sneaks in above. Takes the chance to hurt him. Responds to the jump with one of their own to drop it. Player 2 chases them down. Both fighters will want to make something happen while avoiding burnout stages. What are they thinking here? There's a wall splat, which leaves them wide open. Side switch. Now they're on the defensive. This is a real back and forth match we're seeing. Brings out the super art. How is this gonna work out for them? All right, what's coming up next? Player 2 in trouble with no drive. A quick breather. Player 1 closes with the throw, hitting him with the smart stuff. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Grabs him. Who will gain control of the match in the early going? Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation.
Medium kick.
What's the next move?
Jumps up. Rips the slasher out.
Our fighters are at a standstill. What's the play here?
Jumps in.
Goes for the jump in. Demon Rain? A quick breather. The life remaining tells us we're halfway through this match.
Are you serious? They had a read on that jump in the whole time?
Rara springs forward with the drive rush.
Their spacing is so on point right now.
But who's gonna blink first? Throws them! Breaks the block with a drive rush to keep it going. Player 1 will find the target. Noticeable life lead.
All in with a rush.
Taking strong critical. What's gonna happen? One player flatlines them. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Opens with a jump in.
This is it. Who's gonna take it all?
Going in.
Oh, they're in the corner now. No running.
Shrugs that off.
Player 2 needs to take advantage of the gauge disparity. Looking for crowns them from above. Jump! Oh my god, what a throw tech! Jumping? Oh my god, they just chunked it up! Player 2 is in a bear. Are you kidding me?
Woo, I dare you to find me a better match than that. Get up and tell them what's good. They're still at it. No one's willing to step away from a rematch.
Jumps, drops though. Dashes up, overdrive jackknife. Whiffs the throw. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Player 1 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Managing their drive gauge well here can open up a lot of good chances for them later in the round. Throws them to negate the block. Takes a trip. Spends the gauge on the drive rush. Brings out the super art. How is this gonna work out for them? Both fighters are barely alive. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. Burnout activates. Both fighters are weighing their options and looking for an opening. Oh, that was a well-placed projectile. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. throws them to negate the block. Player 2 can build off this lead. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Both fighters planning something? Both fighters are trying not to get trapped in the corner. Who's gonna take it? Medium kick hit. Very slick with the combo. Springs forward with the drive rush. Medium kick. What's the next move? Checks with a medium kick. Here, oh, that throw did some juicy damage. Manages to experiencing burnout. Shakes things up with a fireball. Clutch, anti-air. This is gonna kill, no doubt about it. Closes it out. Player 2 is a force to be reckoned with. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. Akuma's going in. Throws him. What's next? Answers that jump in with a perfectly timed parry. They made it look easy. Blocks the jump in. No good up high. Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. Still slugging it out here. Sticks the combo. What a clutch side piece there. Now they need to capitalize on this chance. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. What a finish. Great read on the life gauge there. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Goes for the throw. Going in? Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Pokes with a medium kick. Takes the opponent out of the air. This is a chance to dictate the pace. Goes air to air and takes their turn. Burnout dissipates. Just goes for it at this range. Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can all in with a rush? Still slugging it out at this range. Links it. Put the exclamation point on that with an ODR. Connects with the throw. Both sides getting ready. Who's gonna take it? They both decide to eat sets up with the jump in. Impact. What? A fireball at that range? Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Open, hits the drive. Dakuhado. Smart play with the throw. Still plenty of time left. Links it. Connects with the throw. What'll happen here? Gotta be careful. Clutch anti-air. Reversal. Zones with the fireball. Pokes with a kick. All in with a rush. Ooh, what a smart throw. Will this super art do anything? Uh-oh. This could really tip the scales. Good presence of mind to pull the trick. Links it. Shakes things up with a fireball. What are they gonna do? Oh, the throw connects. What's next? Noticeable life lead is a comeback still. Clutch anti-air. Are you kidding me? That was a fight heard around the world. Yo,